Good morning, y'all. This is Mudhutha Mashiki A Nahagad the Duke L coming from the United Nawabi Nation of Moors. Hope everybody's having a good light. You know, I'm out here in the West Coast, so it's pretty early out here. But peace to all the gods and goddesses, brothers and sisters, morenos and morenas who are getting up on this Sunday, the first day of the week. Not the Sabbath. Just thought I'd throw that in there. A lot of Christians think Sunday's the Sabbath, but no, there's no new covenant. Covenant's still the same. Prophecy not fulfilled. So, you know, as a Nuwaubian man, part of the UNNM, I'm seeing a lot of division between Nuwaubians, which really shouldn't be if we're all on the same team listening to the same doctrine, and the doctrine seems like it's kind of changing. And I know I hear when I watch these videos, as far as the brothers from the UNNN and the Patarox and the outformation classes, and they're talking about you know, us being negroids, and you know, the Natharu created us, and the Anunnaki created white people, and not to create any more division. Sorry, y'all, I'm just drinking this hot water with some lemon and honey in it. One of my mama's remedies that I picked up. So when I seen her this last Children's Day, which they call Christmas, I put that into my diet. So if you hear me sipping something, that's what it is. And plus you can see me on camera now. So however, going back to this UNN and UNNM thing, that my whole theory on why the UNN was created was because I believe there was a court order that said that Dr. Malachi Z. York could not have any communication with the UNNM. So I believe that's one thing, and I think another thing was, you know, the continuation of the nation, in which Dr. Malachi Z. York L could not be a part of, which is very unfortunate, because he's the one that created the nation. You know, that was a very sad day when that court order came out. So I get why, I get the split there, I guess. I get in people's minds that followed Dr. Malachi Z. York and the Ansar Allah community since the opening of the Seventh Seal in 1970, that a lot of people were left, you know, kind of frustrated, and you know, including myself. I'm not trying to fight anything. I'm all, if he's doing the Patarox and some of the I've just now started kind of looking into the Patarox, because I looked into it when I first got into this. You know, being a Moor, being Nuwaubian, and I didn't really understand. But now, a couple years later, I look back again, and I could see what they're talking about. They're taking I feel like they took like 3 steps back to take 1 foot forward. And when I say that is, you know, back to our whole, you know, us being who we are. We're Moors. We're not Negroes, we're not coloreds, we're not blacks. You know, black is nice. It kind of tells your melanin tone, but it doesn't say who you are. And when the European came over here, okay, I'll put it this way. People from Turtle Islands, what they're calling the West Indians, the Caribbeans and all that, they look like people from Nubia, Africa. But we had been over here for so long, we had formed our own identities. I mean, once you've been over here for a couple million years, since Genoa, right? Genoa is what the Caucasian calls Pangea, and that was millions of years ago. And we know we were here millions of years ago, and we would have walked over here. And when the continent split, we were here already, even before the Olmecs. But we just use the Olmecs because that's something that can be referenced for the Caucasian. He can reference that, oh, okay. Because, you know, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, our history goes back further than they can count. You know, so we have to give them something that they can conceptualize in person, places, and things, because they're trapped there. They're trapped in person, places, or things. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, Negroid is probably not the way to go, because I also hear on the Wu Nuwap channel, which is Nuabu, that we're Africans. Now, I heard Pop say back in the day, Africa comes from the word Ifriqua. I might be saying that wrong. And that means to divide, right? So why would we want to become a people who are going to organize to divide? That doesn't make any sense to me. That part doesn't make any sense to me. Negro doesn't make any sense to me, because, again, that's a Caucasian word that was used to strip our people of their nationality, tell them all kind of lies that kind of confuse them, got them thinking they're from Africa when they're not. Because if I trace back your bloodline and your death certificates and your birth certificates, more than likely you from Turtle Island, you from Atlan. You're not from Africa. Do we have a connection to Africa? Of course we do. To Nubia? Of course we do. Of course we do. But are we from there? Is your family from there recently? And I guarantee the answer is no. But can we look back in our history and see that we do have a connection with the Tomarayan Moors? Of course. Of course. So we're all tied into the vine. It's them that's trying to tie themselves into the vine with this New Testament, or the Turkish, they're not Dravidians, the Turkish, I'll say Turkish Aryans, trying to tie themselves into the Prophet Muhammad. And that's not even close to true. It's not even feasible. You know what I'm saying? It's not even feasible. So I just kind of laugh at that. Just kind of laugh it off and continue on with the truth with our people. However, I want to get into this word more, because I've heard the master teacher talk about it, talking about the Europeans gave us the word more. I heard Dr. Ben Yakinen talk about it. He said when we first came into Spain, we told the Spanish Caucasian to call us more. All right, now there's a difference of opinion there, and there's no word more in Arabic, right? However, when looking at this book by E.A. Wallace Budge called an Egyptian Hieroglyphic Dictionary, volumes 1 and 2, I got here. I took the time out to take a picture here. Actually, I got 2, and there's the word ma'ur. So, and it's a Demotic word, which is our ancient language. That was the cursive that came out, right? So that's our word, ma'ur. And then let's see, where did I leave that other picture? Hold on, y'all. I had another picture here. Let's see. Did not. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Let me find this real quick. So, don't freeze on me now. This is not, okay, this is not even on my, That's great. Come on now. Ah, that's okay. They messing with me this morning. Okay, so let me. I know I put it on my Google Drive. Yeah, I love Google Drive, man. Just anytime I get some information, I just throw it up on the cloud, man. But boy, my computer's running slow right now. So I should have had all this prep, but I didn't. Come on now. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold up. Here we go. I found it. So what I'm about to show is